Welcome, everyone. We're really excited about having each one of you here today. We're so excited about kicking off this lower and lighter challenge for the next 90 days. It begins right now. It begins today. So, for the next 90 days, we are excited about reducing our CRP levels together. And at the end of it, someone is going to walk away with $1,000 because they will have been able to lower their CRP levels the most. And we're really excited about finding out who that is. But during this process, this is so exciting. So we're going to be showing this on the VEC, the Vitify Entrepreneur community page. And we'll also be showing this on our Lower and Lighter Facebook page. And we encourage you, if you're seeing this on the VEC, make sure that you also join the Lower and Lighter Facebook page as well. We'll be posting all kinds of things about chronic inflammation on there and talking about our products and everything about the CRP levels, of course, but be able to how to improve our lives through the fantastic products that Vitify has to offer. So I'm really excited about sharing my first part. I actually had my blood test done, my CRP level test done not too long ago when I came back, and my score was 2.83. Now, you want it to be below 1. Mine is between 1 and 3, which is moderate. And mine's on the high end of being moderate. And then if the HSCRP level is above a 3.0, then that's high. So I have some work to do. I definitely need to do a few different things and make some changes in my life. We'll be talking throughout this about what changes we can all make to reduce our CRP levels. But I will tell you right from the outset, I have an addiction to drinking Mountain Dew. I'll be honest with you, I do. I love it, and I have one every day. But one thing I'm going to change from that, instead of drinking the regular Mountain Dew with sugar, is Mountain Dew Zero. And continue to drink, 100 ounces of water as well. I need to be exercising a lot more. I need to be eating a little bit better. I don't eat too badly right now, but I need to be eating a little bit better. And we'll be learning as we go along what kinds of foods. That'll help us and me to be able to lower our CRP levels as well. And of course, I'll be taking the Nanofy as well throughout this whole thing. And that's going to be the key to reducing that chronic inflammation for me. So I'll be taking another HSCRP test in about a month, and then another one 30 days after that. And then, of course, at the very end on June 30th as well. So this is really exciting. We're so happy to be kicking this off. We've got some fantastic information we'll be sharing with you as we go through this here in the next 10 or 15 minutes with Dr. Gavitt with Louis Castillo, certainly with our CEO and founder, Shane Brady. Speaking of which, Shane, I'm going to turn it over to you to tell us a little bit more about this challenge and what's happening with that.
Thanks so much, Dalek. Really appreciate it. I love hearing your story because Laura and I are the same way. We went and got our blood tested as well, and we're excited to participate in this challenge, this 90-day challenge. In the end, it's all about. Laura and I got ours tested. We both came out with the exact same score. I thought that was interesting. We actually both came out with a 1.1. Now, it's not terrible, but it is zero point 0.1 above where we should be, right? It should be below 1. And so Laura and I are excited as well to look at what can we do to reduce our chronic inflammation and just get it to where it belongs. And one of the key things, Laura and I take the product every day, and I'm actually fairly confident that that's one of the reasons why our scores are fairly low. However, I think we need to make some lifestyle changes in addition to taking the product. And I'm excited to work together with our wellness team, in particular with the director of our wellness team, Dr. Angel Gabbett, on just what can we do to improve our chronic inflammation levels? What can we do in our lifestyle changes, our nutrition, sleeping habits, and other things? Because in addition to taking the product, it's all about taking those additional steps to improve where we are. And so excited to hear some of that. When we founded the company, we set up our wellness team, and Dr. Angel Gabbett has been the director of that wellness team from day one. And his career has been dedicated to educating people about natural ways of improving their health, whether it's through nutritional supplements or whether it's through lifestyle choices and changes. And every week, he gives presentations and shares of his wealth of knowledge. And we're excited to have him on board as well on this 90-day challenge. Dr. Gabbett, we'd love to hear from you and just some comments about this 90-day challenge and what you see from the perspective of the wellness team as the director.
Thank you, Shane. Yes, well, we are living in an era where the modern lifestyle is known by everyone to be characterized by a sedentary nature, by a highly processed diet, the chronic stress that overwhelms us day after day, and also sleep deprivation, meaning we don't sleep well due to multiple factors. All of this, everything we've talked about so far, is really creating the perfect ground or the ideal environment for what we call low-grade chronic inflammation. This is a kind of ongoing, persistent inflammation that can quietly affect your body over time, like an internal fire, which, unlike the acute inflammation we usually know, is silent. It goes unnoticed, and weeks and even years can go by without us realizing that it's threatening our health. Because, according to the most recent research, this silent chronic inflammation causes health problems. For example, metabolic and cardiovascular diseases, even neurodegenerative diseases, blood sugar level issues, and so on and so forth. The interesting thing about all this is that we can detect it in time with a very simple blood test, which is the high sensitivity CRP. A simple test that will show us that there's an inflammatory environment within us. And the good news is that by detecting it with this blood test, which, as I said, is very simple, high sensitivity CRP is the name, well, we can attack it and we can reverse it. How? Well, by making lifestyle changes, trying to eat a bit better, doing a little bit of exercise, whatever we like to do most. It's about moving, trying to manage the factors that stress us out. I'm not saying don't have stress, but rather, well, face stress with a different attitude. Likewise, getting some sleep, and we have very powerful tools from a natural medicine standpoint, which is curcumin, used for many years, for over 4,000 years, by Ayurvedic medicine in India and Chinese medicine. And currently, there are more than 12,000 scientific studies published in the National Library of Medicine of the United States that demonstrate curcumin's great health potential, especially for controlling that low-grade chronic inflammation. The problem is that we also know, according to research, that native curcumin, as you know it, whether in root, powder, or turmeric capsules, isn't absorbed well. By not being absorbed well, it doesn't reach the tissues, and by not reaching the tissues, it can't reduce inflammation. But research, and German research in this case, has also discovered how we can consume that curcumin so that it has an effect, and you can see it in the reduction of that high sensitivity CRP. And consequently, well, that also has an impact on your metabolic health. Speaking of an advanced curcumin, it is called BioMS curcumin. It is German technology. It is the latest technology applied to curcumin. You can find it in products like Nanophi curcumin or also Curcumin Plus. These are two of the products that contain BioMS curcumin, which means micellized with nanotechnology. This innovative technology truly guarantees that this curcumin supplement will actually reach you, which is something we really genuinely want because we so much want you to support us with this. This silent inflammatory process, it will reach every single one of your cells, every single one of your tissues. And the best part of all this is that you don't need to eat large amounts of turmeric or consume many capsules either. Simply 10 drops in the morning, dissolved in any liquid of your choice, or with food, and 10 drops in the afternoon. 20 drops a day are enough, so that little by little you'll start to see. Along with this lifestyle change that I am proposing, we are proposing, so that you can see how you progressively control the inflammatory factors that are there in your body causing you problems. So the idea is to invite you to, well, join this challenge. It is a health challenge. It is a challenge that will benefit your physical health, your mental health, and, well, it also benefits your financial health. But they will talk to you about that later. Thank you very much.
Well, Dr. Gabbett, thank you so much for sharing that. We certainly appreciate that. Looking forward to hearing from you more as we go throughout this challenge. Thank you for taking the time. Thank you. We are excited also to have Luis Castillo with us. All of you know who Luis is. He has been with us. He is number 4 in the country in the company, right there at the top. And he has been with us for so long and just has been as loving the product and shared the product with thousands of people. We are really excited to be able to hear your experience, Luis. Tell us what you are excited about with the CRP challenge, if you will. Hi, Tyler. Hi, everybody.
Well, let me tell you that the story begins 10 years ago. 10 years ago, Shane and Laura shared with me, they shared with my wife Christy and me, the vision. The vision was to change lives. And all of this was based on the hidden secret. There was a hidden secret, which was the low absorption of nutrients. But in the course of those 10 years, we realized that besides a hidden secret, guess what? There was a silent killer, a killer that was there killing people because we did not realize it. And that secret killer, that silent killer, was inflammation. Over this time, thanks to technology, we've been able to work on it. The foundations of Vitify, tradition, science, and nature. As Dr. Angel Gabbett mentioned, tradition has led us to use curcumin, which comes from nature. But thanks to science, we've overcome the absorption barrier, which was Vitify's first foundation, where it was really about absorbing the nutrients. But we realized that this silent killer was causing great damage. And there, for us distributors, the horizon opened up on how to truly impact people's lives and help them have a life change and improve their financial situation, because that's very relevant. Having enough resources to keep helping is fundamental. And then comes this challenge, this 90-day challenge, the 90-day challenge. And it's very important. Why? Because you see, throughout all this time, we've had testimonials of how we feel, how we've improved, how our lives are evolving. But now, at this very moment, we actually have the opportunity to truly prove it for ourselves. Tradition has always told us that it was very good, and now, after careful consideration and effort, we have proven that it really is. Nature gave us something wonderful, but now science gives us the chance to prove it. And that's through taking that test, as Dr. Angel Gabbett said, of the high sensitivity CRP or PCR, high sensitivity. And that's fundamental, because now I'm not just going to tell you how I feel. I'm not just going to tell you what's happened to me and how I've improved. Now I can prove it to you with scientific data from a lab showing that my indicators are dropping, that my inflammation's going down, that the secret killer is behind bars. That's why you reduce inflammation, share the information, and you win. And beyond winning the $1,000 or the prizes in this challenge, it's the chance to extend this to thousands of people worldwide, to change lives, to help them, to help each and every one of them improve and help others do the same. And we're doing it 10 drops at a time. We're changing lives 10 drops at a time. And it's curious, 10 drops, 10 years. We're in the business of changing lives, of saving lives. Start by saving yours, take the challenge, share the challenge, reduce the inflammation, share the information, and win. So don't wait any longer. You have to shout it from the rooftops, and you have to make it happen. Thank you, and much success.
Thanks, Lewis. That was fantastic. We appreciate your passion, your enthusiasm about this, and I can't wait to be able to go on this next 90-day challenge with you to see what we can do as we both look to reduce our HSCRP levels. This is going to be wonderful. Shane, we're going to tie this up with you. We appreciate you taking a minute to be able to share with us about this CRP challenge and what this looks like. So take it away.
Thanks so much, Tyler. And, just to wrap up here, and I appreciate Dr. Gavitt and Luis Castillo and their comments. We're on a mission. We're on a mission to change lives, 10 drops at a time. Right now, we're in the middle of a fight, and that fight is against chronic inflammation. Chronic inflammation is killing 3 out of 5 people around the world. That's 60% of deaths, according to the World Health Organization, are related to chronic inflammation. That's huge. That is the biggest contributor to deaths around the world. And we have the answer. We have a solution for that. I'm so excited to share the word. I'm so excited to get people involved and to make a real difference around the world. There's a lot of products out there. There's a lot of health concerns, and there are a lot of different things. And we should all try and strive to make a difference in our health and in the health of those around us. But when you have the biggest contributor to health concerns around the world, and we have a way that we can make a difference, then we have an obligation to share. I'm so excited about this 90-day challenge because it's an opportunity to make people aware of this. My dad passed about, I think it's going on 4 years now, and he passed with Parkinson's, and that Parkinson's had developed into dementia as well. The final 5 to 6 years of his life were tough. They were really tough on my mom. They were tough on our family. They were tough because we saw the deterioration of my dad. Scientific studies have shown that Parkinson's disease has, in many cases, been shown to be caused by chronic inflammation. Imagine if I would have known, if my dad would have known. Imagine if we could have made a difference in his health. And so now I'm staring down the barrel of Parkinson's. That is, it is also related to DNA, and so it's genetically caused. And then it's made worse, and more likely that you're going to get it if you don't take care of your chronic inflammation. I've got a lot of reason to make sure that my chronic inflammation levels are down, that the chronic inflammation levels in my family are under control. And we've got a way that we can do that. Let's get out there and share this. Let's make a difference, a real difference in people's health around the world. And as we do that, we will win the fight against chronic inflammation. So excited to share this message out there and excited for each one of you that are on this journey and in this fight together with us against chronic inflammation. Let's get out there and make a difference. Thanks so much for connecting. Thanks for listening. And we'll have messages as we go along this 90-day challenge. So check back soon for the next messages that we'll be sharing about this fight against chronic inflammation. Thanks so much.